the first thing we want to do, there's two aspects to this. There's your root of your domain, which in this case is actionwebapps.com, and then there's your subdomain, which would be www.actionwebapps.com. Those are two different names in terms of how the DNS looks at it. Okay, and we want to point it to www.25coupons.com. However, DNS rules do not allow you to point the root of a domain to another name. It has to be pointed to an IP address. So what we want to do to get around that is we want to use forwarding, domain forwarding, and so I'm logged into GoDaddy, and we're going to set up domain forwarding. We're going to point actionwebapps.com to www.actionwebapps.com. Okay, so I'm on the settings, the DNS settings. You have to, the name servers should be set to the GoDaddy name servers in order for this to work. And then you set up forwarding, and then so you forward to www.actionwebapps.com 301 permanent. I don't think it matters really if it's 301 or 302. So we want to forward the domain. Okay, the subdomain would be if you could set up subdomains here and use forwarding, but we don't have to worry about that here. Okay, so and then if it asks you, do you want to make the DNS automatically update my DNS to allow for the forwarding, you want to say yes, because what that will do is it'll add this host record to point. This is a GoDaddy server that handles forwarding, so it will point actionwebapps.com to this IP address, which is a GoDaddy server. The GoDaddy server will get the requests, and it'll look up, oh, actionwebapps.com, we need to forward it to www.actionwebapps.com. All right. Now we can use www.actionwebapps.com as our directory CNAME. And so you go down to here, the CNAME alias, and it's just a matter of setting up a CNAME with the host www and pointing it to www.25coupons.com. Once we've set up our DNS information in GoDaddy or whatever domain registrar you have, the last thing we need to do is enter our domain name into your 25 Coupons account. That way the system, when a request comes into the 25 Coupons system, the system needs to know what organization we should serve, what organization in what directory it should show. So you want to go in here. So in this case, you go to the dashboard, and we're on the sample deals organization, and you edit your organization and scroll down to the branding and logo section, and we'll enter it here under the custom domain. Now, in this case, any subdomain will work. So anything .yourdomain.com will work. And in this case, I'm just using a subdomain of 25 coupons, but in most cases, you're going to use the www.yourdomain.com. You want to make sure you have the www here because of the way that the DNS is set up. If you don't have the www, it's not going to direct properly. So, and the system is not going to be able to detect what directory to show. Okay, so if somebody your domain name without the www is only in cases where somebody might remember it or something, and they just type it into their browser. So if they type that in directly, that's going to hit the GoDaddy server. That's going to then forward it to www.yourdomain.com, which is then going to point the browser to 25 Coupons. 25 Coupons will receive the request, and it'll be able to look up here to see what your domain is. So it would probably be something like, yoursampledeals.com, and then it will, appropriately serve the right directory page.